You might be wondering, what are you yapping about? Is the Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta wrong? You're wrong. Look closer. On the right is Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, and on the left is whatever this form is. You're probably thinking, there is no difference, are you thick? That's where you'll be wrong. So here are the respective colours of both of their eyes. Now let's turn the saturation up. As we can see, on the right is your regular old Super Saiyan eye colour. But on the left, is that a regular Super Saiyan eye colour? Is it? Is it Ty's Adventure? I know you're watching, Ty. And you might think, this could be just because the one from on the left is in a 3D video game. So the shading might be wrong. Okay, I can see what you think there. But no. Look at this. There is Sparkles. Also close up, it's very obvious his eyes are yellow. And look, no sparkles on this one, just a normal electricity aura on Super Saiyan 2. And here are two Super Saiyan 2s from the same game, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Look, do they have sparkles? No, they just have the little lighting effect. Another little example. Also, the little blue dots around him, those are not sparkles, you idiot. Pathetic little life form. And if you still don't believe this is a whole different form, well, first of all, that's it. Second of all, if you do think it's a new form, then yes. And my final piece of evidence for this lost transformation is whatever this secret Vegeta form is, was able to keep up with Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Case 1 closed. This next one isn't as popular, but you know. Uses Goku 2 times, Vegeta 1 time. Why is Vegeta always getting these forms? Here are the 3 times it's used. Let's start the one at World Record. By the way, the fandom has called this form a false Super Saiyan. This is it in its uncontrolled state. It is more powerful in the state, but is a lot harder to control. Goku first used this in the Lord Slug Dragon Ball Z movie. It's not canon, but you know, it's worth to mention. That's about it for its first use. Its second use. Goku used it in another world tournament in the anime. That's about it. The third use is from Vegeta in Dragon Ball Super Broly, when he was fighting Broly. This one was really boring form. Another Vegeta form, like what is up with Vegeta and all these forms? I'm saying Vegeta probably has the most forms in my opinion. I'm just saying, have you seen how much he has, bro? Anyways, in Dragon Ball Super Broly, when Vegeta is turning into like normal Super Saiyan, his hair goes green whilst he's transforming. And it's pretty obvious this isn't Broly or Chaos Berserk form. Let me state the facts. Here's the colours. Compare it to this. But do you know what is similar with these two? Broly's aura and Vegeta's hair. They're only slightly different. And yes, they are slightly different. I used the colour wheel on Flipperclip. They are very definitely slightly different. And the colour of Broly's hair and Vegeta's aura are almost the same colour as well. And if we look at Broly's Wrath form, when he's charging up into it, the aura is green. The auras are the same green colour. So here is my theory. Broly's Wrath form is using some of that Great Ape power in its base. And here's the colour of the Wrath form's eyes. If you exaggerate it, make it brighter, it's yellow like a Super Saiyan. If we look back here, look at this one, that's red circle. Here's what happened when you mix the colour brighter. It's yellow green. And that colour is quite obviously more green. But it is still kind of yellow. So my fan theory is that green in a Dragon Ball form equals using Great Ape power if you're a Saiyan. And if you look at this is kind of one of the first forms of Dragon Ball. It's in the original series back when he was a kid. It's stated to be Goku using an echo of Yuzaru Great Ape power. What would mean Kid Goku used the echo of the Wrath power that Brody used later on. And remember, green equals using the Great Ape power in your base. The Great Ape's eye colour is red, the opposite colour of green. And Kid Goku probably doesn't know how to use his Wrathful form that good. So that's why his eyes are still black. It's because he's only using an echo of the Great Ape power. So if Vegeta's doing this when he's transformed to Super Saiyan, that must mean doing the Wrathful form, or like using your Great Ape power, is kind of needed to go Super Saiyan. Or at least it's another way of unlocking it. You're going for your Great Ape power. So that explains why in the same film, when Goku's going Super Saiyan Blue, he gets a green aura for a bit. It's because using God Ki and then going Super Saiyan makes Super Saiyan Blue. And if you still understand me, then you have big brain. And that's why you can see less of his green aura and see more blue aura because you're going Super Saiyan Blue now. And then the final bit of the transformation, you can see more blue representing him going Super Saiyan Blue. You can see more gold representing him using Super Saiyan to get Super Saiyan Blue, and barely any bit of green because that helps people get to the Super Saiyan. Case 3 closed. Wrathful full power. Fairy Tail. If you look at the non-canon Super Saiyan 4 and compare it to the canon Super Saiyan 4, and then if you look at Great Ape, Great Ape is obviously quite connected to the Super Saiyan 4 transformation. But if you look at their hands, the fur of the Great Ape almost covers, it goes up to the knuckles of the fingers, right? Which one is closer to that? That's right, the non-canon one. And if you look at the colour of eyes, you can see the non-canon one has yellow pupils, or closer to the Brody's Wrath form, or closer to the Great Ape. So here's the theory, chat. Here's Never. He unlocked the Super Saiyan 4 energy and power in Goku. Here's evidence. And we know there was a Namekian that made the Super Dragon Ball. So Never probably used to be a young Namekian. And we know Namekians used to be slaves in the Demon Realm. Margin Rhymer's confirmed to create the universe in Dragon Ball. Probably was going to help him out because obviously slaves are bad. So he probably gave him some god powers for him to make Super Dragon Ball. Correction, not god powers, just some more energies for him to make these massive Dragon Balls. He makes the Super Dragon Balls, finds them all himself, and wishes for the Namekians to be set free, which is good. But also, it is confirmed the person that made Super Dragon Balls, the Namekian that made them, is called Zalama. So his name was probably Zalama back then. And we know Namekians have really long lifespans, so that explains why he's still alive now, and he looks so old. And then when he met Goku and his friends, he probably told them that his name was Never, just in case Piccolo knew who Zalama was, because he's a Namekian. So he might realise that, and for some reason Never wouldn't want that. And when he kind of unlocked Goku's potential here, because Never would have had some God Ki from being Zalama, that kind of makes Goku unleash God Ki for the first time, but not permanently. That's why he never uses Super Saiyan 4 and Dragon Ball Super. So that's why the canon Super Saiyan 4 looks so weird. It's disfigured, it's not the actual Super Saiyan 4. The fur's in the wrong spot, and it's God Ki, that's why it's red hand eyes. So I predict if Goku was a bit stronger and knew how to unlock Super Saiyan 4 a more better way, Super Saiyan 4 would probably look more like this. it would look something like this. Thank you everyone for the applause. I know that's very good, and it's very official, and it's pretty rizzy, chat. It's pretty rizzy. And if you see my design, there's a few differences from the non-canon one and the canon one. Like, he has pointy ears like the Great Ape, unlike both the designs actually. And my design's fur go down to his knuckles like the Great Ape too. My design has big arms like the canon one, and has the fur in the same chest area as the non-canon one, and it would fight like the canon one. Here's my version of Super Saiyan 4 as an adult, by the way, if you wanted to see that. Drawing the adult version of my Super Saiyan 4 design alone took me like an hour. This whole video is like a really big video for my channel. It's like 10 minutes plus. And I've worked on multiple days on this. So I would like to say some shout outs. I'm giving a shout out to Ty's Adventures because he's the one who inspired me to do the redesign and make that theory. And all the people that created Dragon Ball. And shout out to Smugstick because he's the one that got me inspired to actually make this video. And thank you for watching. Please subscribe and comment if you like my design and the theories.